Hello, I'm Ed Drew. I'm the Director of Faith in Kids, and I'm having conversations with church leaders about how they are pastoring their children, young people and families through lockdown. For this first one, I'm speaking to Mike Cain about the encouragements and concerns he has about the families in his congregation during this season. Enjoy. Hello, Mike Cain. Thank you for giving me your time. Mike, just tell us a little about the role you have and where you do that.
So I'm based in Bristol, and I'm the pastor of a church called Emmanuel Westbury. I am, I suppose, technically senior pastor of the Emmanuel Bristol family of churches. We're a little family, 3 churches, seeking to plant more churches in Bristol and, God willing, beyond.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, this is the first of a series of conversations I'm having with church leaders to try to just walk with church leaders, particularly in this area of children's and family ministry. Could you just start by telling us, are there positives you have seen in lockdown? Are there benefits you see for families in lockdown?
Yes, thanks, Ed. I think we really have seen some lovely things. We've heard stories of parents saying they have opened the Bible and prayed with their children and talked about Jesus more than ever. And it's our dream in the kind of children's ministry we have, basically to equip the parents to disciple their children. And lockdown has been the sort of test of that. And we've been really encouraged by some of the ways in which parents have done that. And they've said it's been great. It's been great. But it's been hard as well. People are exhausted. That's the thing that really hit me, is I thought the parents, young families, were having a sort of glorified summer holiday. I'm ashamed to say I thought that. And then I realized it's not the summer holidays, because the parents are working from home whilst teaching their children from home. And at the end of the day, the kids can't go and play with their friends. And at the weekends, they can't go to the zoo. It's not the summer holidays. It's much, much more exhausting than that.
Mike, Emmanuel has been blessed with a good number of families. And you have been able, in some cases, to employ people to think more carefully about children's, youth, families' work. And you have leaders, teams. Could you, in lockdown, but probably beyond lockdown, how do you think about your role in relation to families?
Yeah, I think one of the things we often say is a sort of mangling of, I think, some kind of African proverb. We say it takes a whole church to raise a child. So in other words, we definitely don't want to say it's the children's workers and the Sunday school team who are going to disciple the children. They are all about equipping the parents. But, we don't even want to say, well, it's the parents. We want to say it's the whole church. We want all our children to have spiritual mums and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents. And, that's the story. So to the extent that those young children are part of our church family, and they are a group of people that we as a family want to nurture in Christ, and I'm the pastor of that family, it's my responsibility. Totally. Okay. Yeah, and I feel that very keenly.
Mike, this is going very well. This feels like the Faith in Kids story. This is what we would love to see. Thank you. And Mike, are you able to say, do you have particular concerns for families in lockdown? Do you have areas where you think you're nervous for them, or you think that the church is struggling to accommodate them?
Yeah, I think in all kinds of ways. And so one of the things that we're noticing is we really need to live Philippians 2 in lockdown, which is put the interests of others before our own. And some of the families understandably are saying, look, what you're doing for us, say particularly the Sunday live stream, we really need your help so that engages with our children, because we really want to sit there together as a family on the sofa as much as is possible to be engaging with church, as it were. there are other voices saying, you know, has church, how live stream become a bit more child-centered, a bit more child, you know, focused? What's going on there? We don't normally have. And both groups are sort of thinking from within their own experience and looking through the lens of their own experience. And I think the young families are desperate for more help and support, because of what we said earlier. It takes a whole church to raise a child in Christ, and they're cut off from all that support. So they're doing it alone, and it's hard. And some of the folk who don't have children, who are sort of saying, we need more meat, and we need the sort of live stream to be more focused on building us up. Why is there more involvement with the children? And I want to say to them, because where do you think the children are? They haven't gone off to Sunday school after, you know, 10 or 15 minutes. They are sitting on the laps of their parents, and it's really hard. And I think, Ed, what we really valued about Faith in Kids is the kind of material you're providing, videos and booklets and things like that. We just don't have the resources to make it all ourselves. And it's been really great to point parents in your direction, and parents will kind of use the stuff that's right for them. We've not sort of sent out a diktat that said, this is the stuff you have to use. We've just said, here is a good resource, here is a good website to go to, and people are using it at the level that's right for them. And that's brilliant. I suppose my question to you is, how do you make decisions about what sort of material you're going to produce?
Thank you, Mike. I think we want to be an organisation that works with churches and parents, so that we do believe families belong in churches, not sort of with us.
Yes.
So we've tried to be careful to do what you have just suggested you're able to do, which is, what can we offer parents that churches can be pleased we're offering, which doesn't seek to usurp the job of churches. So I guess equally in these videos, we want to be supporting church leaders. We want to be giving them help from amongst their peer group, rather than lecturing or telling them what they should be doing, because they know their people best, and we want to help them in that.
Yeah. And what we love about your material is not just our kind of children's team who can use them, but our children's team can point the parents to them. And that's the most exciting thing, is when parents start being confident to use this stuff, at home with their kids. That's great.